Hey guys, it's C with Coin Traders. It is Wednesday, February 28th, about 11 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, and I'm going to do some technical analysis with you on a few of these charts. We'll start with Bitcoin and go to ETH, LTC, and then we'll finish off with a couple cryptos like IOTA, XRP, and ADA for the time being. If you got a crypto you want me to do some technical analysis on, leave a comment or let me know. So let's start with Bitcoin. Right now at 11 a.m. on the East Coast time, it is trading at 10,500, give or take. It's down currently. From yesterday's technical analysis video, I left these arrows here as I believe it is creating an inverse head and shoulders pattern that possibly could break out here in the coming days, or 4-hour candle bars. As of right now, it did test that 6,000 support level a couple weeks ago, and on this 4-hour chart, as I zoom in, or let me zoom out real quick so you could see another pattern that's developed. It is creating this big cup with a handle and a little cup with another handle that potentially could break out of this falling wedge or consolidation wedge to break out, as we are in an intermediate term bearish slump, but overall still bullish uptrend long term. So let me zoom in real quick and we'll just look at some price levels and we'll move on. I've created this little channel that it's kind of trading in. My lines aren't completely perfect, so bear with them. Anyhow, after it tested that 6,000, came up, tested this old level right here, which also coincides with the Fibonacci retracement level. And as of right now on this 4-hour chart, last night it did break above this this wedge trend line, and it held there for a little while, but it fell right away back down. In my opinion, it broke out and now it's kind of consolidating around this level for a bigger and better breakout, as long as all these patterns hold. If this chart, if this up channel holds the level of, let's say, 9,800, then we could see higher prices. So it could be making this little bull flag consolidation pattern right at the line, which I've seen many times before within stocks and options, equities. It'll usually break the line and then consolidate for a breakout higher. If it does break this level of 11,300, we could be looking at 12,900, let's say, which also coincides with the 50% retracement Fibonacci level, and eventually blast on up to the 13,800 to 1400, depending on how far it wants to chop. So yeah, I believe it's looking good right now. It just needs to kind of hold, around this area of 9,800 to 10,000 level, let's say. If it could just chop around here and then pop up, we could be looking at a nice ride up. MACD does look like it's turning over, but in the past it has turned over and has just chopped and then popped. So that's Bitcoin. As long as it holds those levels, it looks bullish to me. Still making that huge inverse head and shoulders pattern that could break out potentially anytime. If it does want to fall, then we could be looking at this breakout level retest. Let me draw one more line for you. It could be right here where it broke out. It could come and coincide with around that $8,000 level, which would be you know, a good level to buy off of too if it holds. Um, if it comes down to this level, it might be a buy the dip moment for some also. Um, let's take a look. Yeah, so right now it looks pretty bullish on this 4 hour. Let me know what you think. Let's move on to ETH. ETH is just chopping in this up channel. Some call it a bear flag, as if I put a line here, it would kind of look like a bearish flag. That's if it breaks down. If it breaks up, in my opinion, we could be looking at a test of this 50% Fibonacci retracement, just like Bitcoin. Um, and it would be the third test. And usually, third time is the charm, which would bring it up to um, the 1076 level, and possibly it does have a long way. We could see a nice bullish move all the way to the 12,000 let's see, 12,030 level, let's say. So it's looking good to me. It just needs to it did break this down channel line, as you could see when I zoom in a little bit. It just needs to hold this level. It could stick a little wick down here, but if it holds this level and chops up and you see the price go a little bit and breaks this $894 level, then we're going to see that retest, and you're going to see a breakout, in my opinion, as it's the third time the charm type of pattern. So in my opinion, ETH looks good. If it holds this level, great. If it holds this level, it's looking really good. Um, some bears want to say this is a bear channel, as you can see right here. I drew this little channel in blue. It looks like a foot, which is kind of a bear flag. It's an upside down bull flag. And what you would want to see is actually, let me draw. Let's do a different color so you could see it. Let's do a light blue. As you can see, if it breaks down right here, then then that bear flag would play out, and it could test the breakout just like Bitcoin. A lot of times, these cryptos do that. So this will be where it broke out if I drew that line correctly. So it could come down and test that 748 level, chop for a couple more weeks, and then maybe break out up here, and then possibly go and hit that level for the third time, which would send it soaring to the 1200 level. So as of right now, ETH looks bullish. It's kind of got that inverted head and shoulder pattern. Here's the one shoulder. Here's the head, just like Bitcoin, and then this could be considered a shoulder, the right shoulder, with a breakout. So let's watch all these, as those so far look bullish in a intermediate term consolidation bearish pattern. But it looks good. Let's move on to LTC Litecoin. Litecoin actually broke out of this long downtrend channel recently, as you can see. Bitcoin and ETH still need to, but you could see what it did once it did break out. It actually, this line, it actually popped really hard. Do you see that? And that's what we kind of want to see in Bitcoin and ETH. You'll see a nice move. That was I remember that day. Actually, I missed it, but I caught this little move right here. And that happened so quick. I was at some kids' event or something, taking my son to baseball, and I actually missed that. I did see it happen, and I was like, wow, finally. Anyhow, that broke out. It's been consolidating. It's kind of making a smaller inverse head and shoulders along with this bigger inverse head and shoulders. It does look bearish as of right now, um, but does need to hold this level. And if it holds this level that it's currently trading at right now, which it kind of looks like it put a tail right on my line, as these lines were drawn before. It looks like it put a line right there, as you can see it. If it holds that level, that would be really good, because then it could consolidate, and then one could say, oh, it's making a bull flag right here, just kind of like Bitcoin was doing. So this could be a little bull flag if it holds this level. If not, it could come down and test this level. This line should actually be up here. So it could come down to the 183 level. Us bulls would like to see it kind of pop up right here, establish this support trend line right here within this channel, and break out further up and test this old line at the 295 level to 300, which also coincides with that 0.61 Fibonacci retracement level. It did hit the 50%. Oh no, it hasn't yet. It kind of threw a tail, but people got skittish and sold. So we'll see what it does in the coming days. I still like this chart a lot and do believe it is bullish. If it does drop down, it could just consolidate for a while down here. It does need to pop this 232 and then establish itself over the 243 level to continue up. On the downside, it could see that 124, 125 level if it gets there, which I think the bottom is in, as it created this kind of like double bottom off the support line around the 104. And I'm sure people are looking for that price again. So it probably won't go that low. And this could be the shoulder to take it higher. It's just kind of consolidating. So that's Litecoin. I'm bullish. Intermediate, very intermediate bearish, but intermediate bullish and long-term bullish. Next one is IOTA. So it did break this downtrend wedge, and it's just kind of creating a base. It does look like a small head and shoulders, which potentially could go down to this dollar level. I don't see that it's going to, but you never know. You just got to play with the charts, your lines. It's still holding this uptrend support level for a long term. As you can see, so if it breaks that, it could come down to retest this old breakout level of about $1, which is a round number, makes sense. As you can see, the shoulder, head, shoulder. If it doesn't pass on the third try of a line, it usually fails and breaks down. It's kind of a rule that I was taught. So we'll see in the coming days, as I do hold IOTA from about $1.50, and I even have some over $2, as I am a stock holder. And I do like their tech that they're creating. Their development and everything is going smooth. I like the people that they're creating with. And just on a technical perspective, it's just, it could want lower. I mean, these things could change. This is a 4-hour chart, so I'm looking to add if it does go down to the dollar level, or even $1.20, I'll be all over it. So that's IOTA. But it looks to me like it's just basic. If it could get over this $2.18 to $2.20 level, then we will see the $2.40 level, and and then the $3 mark, which coincides with Fibonacci 0.38, and then the 50 cent is at 327. So $3.25, give or take 50%. It'll get there. I would love it to hit this dollar mark though. So I'm praying that it hits the dollar mark. I will be a buyer. Next one we got is XRP. XRP to me looks good. It broke out of this falling wedge and actually hit the support, the uptrend support level, as talked about in the daily video yesterday, around 57 cents. I didn't have money for my wallet at the time, as everything is kind of filled in for me, as I'm looking to get more stuff here real soon. But I just wasn't in the right place at that point in time to buy it at that level. I wish I could have. I do have some under $1, and I also have some over $1, around $1.20 level. I am trying to load up if it does get around this 50 cent level again. If it holds this uptrend level, I would probably be a buyer there too, around 73 cents. It is creating this bull flag that I created, but it also is creating a bearish flag within this bull flag consolidation pattern, which could bring it down to the retest of this breakout right around 79 cents. I will start to add right there. If I can add down here to that original breakout, I will. It does look like a big bullish inverse head and shoulders like the other ones. So we'll see how that plays out. This could come down and test the bottom of this channel and then actually break out. And I see it definitely going to $2. I mean, if it could go to 50 cents, that's 4 times your money. When going to the highs of $4, I mean, you could just, all the big guys are in this regardless if you believe in this company or not. In my opinion, trade it, as it's a good trading vehicle, because they want more people in this. So they're going to bring it down low so certain people get in, and then they're going to rip it up and they're going to sell to more people that are fear of missing out. This will be a great trading vehicle as time goes on. So if you can buy the dips and just hold steady, this is not going to zero. So don't think it is going to zero in any manner. If it does want to go test the breakout level at the 25 cent level from back in the day, that would be the greatest buying opportunity. But I'm going to be buying from the 70s all the way down to a quarter if it could get there. I really don't think it's going to go all the way down there, but a lot of times breakouts are retested. So, it's up to you, obviously, but in my opinion, a great trading vehicle. And if I could get these levels, if it does hold this trend level, I will buy. If it goes lower, I will buy. I just am going to stack up till I get those pops in the future, because look how fast this popped last year. Even if I have to hold till December and it does it all again, like in December or January, and then, gets up to the $4 level, I'll sell half and see if it rolls. If not, I'll put a stop. Great trading vehicle. Still bullish. If it fails this channel, then it'll be intermediate bearish again. It could chop for a while, and I could move this channel over like this, if it fails right here. So we'll keep our eye on this one, but I do believe it's bullish, chopping in a channel with a small bearish pattern going on for the time being. So don't buy today. Wait till this breaks and you possibly be looking at in the 70s, between 79 and 71, or 79 75, and if that breaks, you could buy down here at the 50 cent level, which would be another great opportunity, and they could consider it a double bottom, and it could break out from there. But as of right now, I'm going to go with the inverse head and shoulders with a bullish consolidation format in a small bear flag breakdown, possibly right to there. And then it could shoot up from there. So it could possibly do something like come down here, pop up, come down here, pop up to this channel, come down here, retest, and then pop up. Something like that. And this would create a nice little bull flag breakout, inverse head and shoulders, and it would go retest this. Might be another month or two, so we'll see how XRP handles from there. I would love to see it though, from that level break down here, retest that level, break down here. I'd be a buyer big time. So we'll see how that plays out in the coming days. But I'm bullish on all these. ADA, last one I'm going to do. This thing, I am so bullish on the project, but man, it just cannot catch a bid at all right now. I bought it around 50 cents thinking it was going to break out right here, and it's just been consolidating. So I've been a stuck holder, so-called, but as of right now, I think it's just basing. These little tails people have bought in the 20 cent region, and if it actually goes down to 20 cents, which is down here at this level, which was this breakout level right here, I would be a buyer all over it. But as you can see right here, this breakout level, I haven't drawn a line. Let me move this one. This level right here, buyers bought right under there. They either set their buy stops, and so if you could catch a tail somewhere under here, I'm set for 28 cents, 27 cents, 29 cents. If you could get it in the 20s, that is an automatic buy. Buy it, because eventually they will run this up to at least $1. This traded at $1.40. So if you could get it for 30 cents and sit on it, I mean, you're looking at 4 times your money just to retest the highs. Why wouldn't you be a buyer? That's just, put $1,000 in and watch it go to 4,000. I mean, you're gonna bank on this no matter what. It's 4 times your money. So ADA, I'm bullish. I just think as it did consolidate right here, then travel lower, it broke out, consolidated, it might travel a little lower, and then we're gonna see once the cryptos start taking off, this go a little higher. They come out with something. It did create this shoulder, this head, his shoulder. It broke the neckline, tested it, it became bearish. I mean, it is bearish right now, so you might want to wait till it shows a little bit more bullish sides. But I'm a buy the dipper, so I buy dips on projects I like and I hold patiently. And ADA, I will just add more as it goes lower and stack up. Ball till you fall. So that's it today. I did all of them, I believe. So if you like the video, please subscribe and like. I'm going to start doing this on a daily time frame. This was the 4-hour chart. So hopefully you like the video and follow us so I can continue to do this for everybody. If you want me to check out a crypto that you have and see what I think, just let me know. Thanks, guys.